I have while my video series 34 explained one of the working capital limit assessment method known as MBBF method. We have learned that in MBBF method there are two methods, method 1 and method 2. The basic difference between the method 1 and method 2 is in the minimum margin to be brought in. In the method 1, it is 25% of the working capital gap. In method 2, it is 25% of the total current assets. While this video, series 42, I would like to explain the MBBF method 1 and 2 with a numerical example to bring in more clarity. Now, let us go to the assessment part of it. Now, to make the calculation very easy, now we start with the total current assets. I am going to explain what is called method 1. Let the total current assets be 200. The other current liabilities excluding bank borrowing, let us assume that it is 20. When I say excluding bank borrowing, there are two things which need to be deducted. One is the short-term borrowing from banks. Number 2, the current maturity of the term loan. When you deduct that other current liabilities excluding bank borrowing, what we get is known as the working capital gap, which is to be funded. The reason why I am deducting the other current liabilities is the current liabilities are to be paid afterwards. That is the reason why the business enterprise does not require any finance against this amount, because that is not to be paid immediately. That is how we deduct the other current liabilities excluding bank borrowing from the total current assets to arrive at what is called as working capital gap. That is what is to be funded. Look here, I am marking the total current asset as 1 less other current liabilities excluding bank borrowing as 2, and the working capital gap is 3. 3 is equal to 1 minus 2. Now the minimum margin which the customer is to be brought in. In the method 1, it is 25% of the working capital gap. 25% of the working capital gap means he has to bring 25% of this 180, which works out to 45. That is, let that be marked as 4. Now, actual or projected margin. What is the margin which the customer is bringing in? He has to bring in 45. Anything less than 45 we will not accept. If he says that I am incapable of bringing in more than this, to that extent our working capital finance will come down. We will insist that he has to bring in minimum 25% of the working capital gap as margin. Suppose assuming that he is bringing the minimum required margin, that is 45. Now we have to find out what is 3 minus 4, because his gap is 180, he brings in 45. So the between these two, the balance has to be funded by the bank. In the case, 3 minus 4 works out to 135. Now find out what is the difference between 3 and 5. That again works out to 135. Let us mark that as 6 and 7. So 6 is equal to 3 minus 4, 7 is equal to 3 minus 5. Now the MBBF will be 6 or 7, whichever is less. That is 3 minus 4 or 3 minus 5, whichever is less. In this case, since the business enterprise brings in the minimum required margin only, he gets the MBBF of 135. That means the bank will extend a working capital limit of 135. So now look here, he needs 200 lakhs. Now, of which 20 is to be paid afterwards. He brings in a margin of 45. The balance 135 the bank gives. The put together all, this is how this 200 is met. I am not funding this because this is to be paid afterwards. He brings in a margin of 45 and I give him 135. That is how these are the three sources which finances the working capital. Now, look at this case where the customer is willing to bring in more than what is required to be brought in. See, the question is why he should bring in more. There are some business enterprises who wants to reduce their borrowings, thereby reducing the interest cost, which in turn will increase the profit. Suppose the customer says, I am ready to bring in 50. Now, this will remain the same. 180 minus 40, 45. He is eligible for 135, but he is willing to bring in 50. So this will become 130. So now I have to find lower of the two. I will give him 130. So in this case, his total investment in the current assets, that is 200, is met by 20 OCL, margin 50, and the balance bank gives by way of working capital finance. Now let us go to the method 2. In the method 2, the only difference is from here. But I told you the difference between method 1 and method 2 is in the minimum margin to be brought in. In this case, it is 25% of the total current assets. Now, he has to bring 25% of 200, which is 50. Suppose the customer is bringing only 50, then naturally this will become 130, 180 minus 50. Or this is, again I am deducting this 130. So the customer is eligible for a working capital finance of 130. Suppose in this case, instead of 50, the customer says, I am willing to bring in 60. So naturally, this will become 180 minus 50, 130, 180 minus 60, 120. The customer will be getting 120. So in this case, 200 is funded by 20 OCL, 60 margin, and balance 120 given by the bank by way of working capital finance. Now look at the next case where there are some export receivables. Assume that out of the 200, it includes export receivables of 40. I have explained to you that there is no need for an exporter to bring in margin towards export receivables. Now here in this case, what will happen is, up to this everything remains the same. Here 25% of the TCA excluding export receivables, which will be equal to 200 minus 40 into 25%. That means 200 minus 40 is 160. This will be equal to 40. So 180 minus 40, 140 will be 3 minus 4. Suppose the customer is not bringing anything more than that, he will continue to get 140. So the MBBF will be 140. Suppose the customer is willing to bring in more than this. In this case, this will become 40. Actual or projected margin will be 50. 180 minus 40 will be 140. 180 minus 50 will be 130. Customer will be getting 130. Hope you have understood. 5 different situations. Situation number 1, customer is bringing in only the minimum required margin. Second one is customer is bringing in more than what is required to be brought in method 1. In method 2, customer is bringing only the minimum margin required. The second case, fourth case is the customer is bringing in more than what is required to be brought in. The next case is the cases where there are export receivables where there is no need to bring in margin. So the total working capital finance required under the MBBF method is met by 3 sources. One is the other current liabilities excluding bank borrowing, which the customer has to pay after some time. I am deducting that. Second one is the minimum margin which he has to bring in. The third one is the working capital finance extended by the banks. Now, why I am writing the actual or projected margin? Whenever I find out what is the actual margin based on the audited balance sheet, what is available is actual margin. And the customer gives a projection that I want investment up to 200 to achieve a projected sales, in which case he has to project what is the margin to be brought in. That is why actual bar projected margin given here. Hope you have understood the mechanism by means of the numerical which I have explained. If you have understood it, liked it, press the like button and subscribe to this channel. The next video I shall explain the sales turnover method with the help of a numerical. Thank you very much.